Hello, my name's Helen Hallows and I'm here in my studio. I'm a mixed media artist based in the UK and I'm really inspired by nature. My background's in textiles and I'm quite eclectic in what I like. And I wanted to talk to you a bit about how you find your own voice, how you express your own voice and how you do that with the things that are around you. I'm a little bit old school in that I studied before things went online. I studied before Pinterest came about and I developed my own visual language before the storm of media that we have now, which constantly makes us question who we are as creatives. And I used to love keeping notebooks of designs. And when I was a textile designer, I would keep A4 books with cutouts from magazines, with postcards of exhibitions I'd been to, with colour swatches, and I kind of still work in that way, and I like having hard things that I can look at. Because in the process of collecting, in the process of queuing up to buy it at the gallery shop, in the process of tearing it out of the magazine, you make a commitment to it, you choose it. And it's almost too easy with Pinterest, with Instagram, to just get washed with stuff, and actually we just gather hugely rather than gather with consideration, with editing. And so I find my studio wall becomes this representation of where I'm at with my visual language, with what I want to say, with the storytelling I want to achieve. And it gives me a space where I can constantly putting things up, taking things down, switching things out, gathering things together, colour groupings, texture groupings, figurative art or spiritual art or whatever it is that I'm into at that time. And I can join the dots then through them of what is important to me and begin to understand the messaging I want my art to give and the journey that I'm on with my creativity. We're all looking to become more confident in expressing who we are as creatives, and I think we can always feel a bit eclectic, and that's part of creativity. It's gathering then editing, but within doing that you do learn a lot about who you are. And in the letting go of things, you learn what you've moved on from or what's not important to you to focus on. Much of my work's inspired by the seasons, and I find that working with the seasons in how I set up the studio is really helpful as well. So as each season ticks into the next, I will take things down off the studio wall, put new things up, things I'm working on, projects I'm working on, postcards, ideas, and start to curate them and collect those ideas together. And it is really helpful to then honing in on what it is you want to make in your art, because we can make anything and everything, and I'm completely with that. Do it all, because I think whatever you're drawn to, you should put your teeth into. But coming to terms with what it is, the language that we can use around what it is we want to express, I think comes through, especially as a visual person, beginning with that gathering and collecting, and the decisions you've made to bring those things home. So within my studio, I've got my books, I have all my art equipment. It's also a storage space for products and for pictures. I've got treasures that I collect, things that I notice. I've got bits of stick and wood and pebbles. I have stacks of paper, and I'm constantly trying to let things go because I always want more space. And I think we all want more space, whether you've got a tabletop, whether you've got a huge studio. The creative mind can fill space, and I'm quite prone to the gathering. At the minute I'm really into wooden boxes, and I'm gathering those because I know they're going to be part of a project that I'm going to do. And that's all right. It's all right to gather, and it's all right actually for some of that to just stick with you for a while and then let it go and move on. Because if you cling to an idea, it gets stale, and you have to just go with what's working. Try and find your flow in what makes you happy, what brings you hope, and what brings you joy. I run online courses to connect you to your creativity, to help you develop sketchbooks which are interesting, dynamic, and express what it is that you want to say about the world. I run sketchbook workshops which are about learning to draw more confidently, about connecting to nature, about how to find a voice with your artwork that sings for you. Come and find me at www.helenhallows.com, and if you'd like to message, you'll be able to do that there on the contact page. And thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.